danger to the inside if you didn't myself to get in.
Paul MacDonald. He had a stroke on May 12, 2012. Before, he was a policeman for 15 years. After, he's currently recovering from his stroke. David Reid. David had encephalitis in 2011. Before, he was a retail shop assistant. After, he currently volunteers for Chest, Heart and Stroke Scotland and is planning on going to college to study health and social care in August 2014. Alan Brew. Alan had a brain hemorrhage in 1994. Before, he owned his own company. After, he's currently recovering. John Parker.
Hi there folks, how you doing?
John had a stroke
Good to see you.
on 1st of June
Thanks for coming
2012.
along today. Hope you enjoyed
Before,
yourself. Do that
he
best
worked in the
to
care
take
sector as a support worker.
it. Sure, that's it.
After, he can now no longer work within the care sector and is medically retired. Steve Moody. Steve had a stroke in August 2013. Before, he worked in market research. After, he's currently a volunteer for the Chest, Heart and Stroke Scotland. Frank Beattie. Frank had a stroke in January 2013. Before, he was a senior contract supervisor. After, he's currently an active member of the GDA and currently a host volunteer for the Commonwealth Games in 2014. These are all the members of Momentum Skills Scotland. I'm Ashley Beattie, I'm 17 and currently studying art at Glasgow Clyde College. Thanks for Dad.
Hey Paul, you want to play a game of chess?
Why not?
Let's go.
David, king to a2.
Down again.
Steve. Bishop to H4. Come on. Frank, Rook to C7. Where are you going? I said C7. That's it, well done. John. Ashley. Knight to F6.
Hi Dad, how are you?
I'll be better.
Take your time.
Where am I?
You're in hospital? You remember?
What's my name?
You know your name? Can you tell me? Take your time. Don't look, that's cheating. Don't look, Dad! You do know.
Frank.
That's it, Frank.
Frank. Beatty.
That's it.
Frank Beatty.
Well done.
What's my name?
You just told me, Frank Beatty.
Where am I?
You're in Mansion House Unit Hospital.
Hospital?
Mm-hmm. Do you know what's happened?
What's my name?
You just told me. You remember?
Ash.
That's my name.
Ashley.
That's my name. Well done.
Where am I?
You're in Mansion House Unit. Remember? Had a stroke.
No.
No?
Nothing.
It's okay, I'll come back to you. Okay?
What's my name?
Just told me. Remember? Don't look, that's cheating.
Frank. My name is Frank Beatty.
Yeah, well done. My name?
Ashley.
That's it, Ashley.
Ashley.
Yeah,
Frank and Ash.
that's it.
Ashley.
That's it.
My name is Frank Beatty. I had a stroke in January 13. The month, some days I can't remember, but it was the January the 22nd. I woke up 7 days later, and in that period, I can't remember the day, the minutes and hours in the first 7 days, it took a long time to even try and remember my name, my age, what I can talk. My stammer when I first came was so bad. Every day for the past 5 weeks in hospital is a long time. From the help from all the family, friends, NHS, Momentum, to this day, it's dramatic.
You alright? Chance a wee class of art today? There's an art class in the hospital. Want to try it? Let's catch up later on after
Yes.
school. See you later. Love you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Hi folks, my name is John. I used to be an artist before my brain injury. I'm still an artist after my brain injury. You can see clearly from this diagram, ladies and gentlemen, a drawing of the human brain. Each and every one of us had a different type of brain injury, and you can see from our names on the diagram that it affected us each in a different way. The gallery you now see here before you is the work I used to do. On your right hand side, or left hand side, I have to apologise, is the work I used to do before my brain injury. The work on your right hand side is the work I now do on my right hand side. But for me, it's something more personal than that. It was on the 1st of June 2012, I was at work in the south side of Glasgow, and I was heading out in the minibus with my driver colleague David. We're going to pick people up from the south side from their homes to bring them back to a project in East End. I remember getting to the third house and I was bringing a lady down from her house into the back of the minibus. For some strange, bizarre reason, I started saying my words back to front. I just suddenly realised people don't talk to her. Why would people talk back to front? So I put it down to being tired. Thought maybe I'm coming down my virus. Well, I just said to myself, just get yourself organised and just get on your work. So I got myself sorted and then I helped the lady into the bus. Sat her down in her chair and clipped in her seatbelt. Proceeded to do the same thing for myself. Sat myself down in my seat, clipped in my seatbelt, and the next minute I knew, like a lightning bolt, a sensation of water just started coming over me. It felt like somebody was standing in front of me, slowly pouring a large jug of water over my entire body from head to toe. I felt frozen, unable to move. I couldn't do anything at all. I could still see what was going on round about me because I was still fully awake, and I could hear voices from my colleague behind me saying, "Are you alright, John? What's up? What's happened? Don't worry, help's on its way." And luckily for me, being the south side of Glasgow, the nearest hospital facility was the Southern. If you look closely again, ladies and gentlemen, this stuff on your left hand side was done with my left hand. And the stuff on this side is done with my right hand. But the really surprising thing for me, ladies and gentlemen, was for 47 years of my life, I was a left-handed person. Both my parents were left-handed, so there was no any way at all I was going to be anything else but left-handed. And after the drainage occurred, after the operation, in the mic, right-handed. The amazing thing is that the brain, through any trauma, can survive and change itself and adapt to working in a different way. But more importantly than that, we all have an unbreakable bond in each and every one of us, and that bond is we're survivors. We've managed, luckily and gratefully, to come through our individual experience of brain trauma and come, personally I believe, better, stronger and more grateful people. We no longer dwell in the past, for what has happened cannot be changed. We don't fear for the future, because what is yet to be is out of our control. We'll live for the now and experience the moment of each and every single day and all the wonder that life brings us, because we're safe in the true and honest knowledge that we're still alive to enjoy each and every single moment of it. David, would you like to have a chat, please?
How are you doing, John?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks.
What have you been up to just now?
I am currently volunteering with Chest Heart Stroke Scotland.
That's really good. Are you getting a lot of enjoyment from that?
I am, yes.
Good for you. I'm currently doing volunteering at medicine on a Thursday.
Okay, where's that?
At York Hill.
Oh, my mum works at York Hill, she's domestic.
Does she know a person called Irene?
Yeah, she does, yeah.
I used to work with that lady when I first started on a Monday many years ago, but now I do a Thursday rather than doing a Monday now.
Okay, yeah.
So tell me a bit about your own situation then.
Back in 2011, I had a chest infection one night. Unfortunately, it spread to the brain. So it's swelling on my brain, it's called encephalitis.
Okay.
They had to put me in a induced coma for 10 weeks. I was in hospital for a total of 7 months. Had physiotherapy and obviously throughout that time. Then got discharged from PDRU in the Southern General. And through that time, wheelchair, crutches and stick, and learning to walk again.
Okay.
Additional year physiotherapy. And in 2013, of August last year, I was referred to Momentum Skills.
Okay.
And I'm still in the game.
Do you want to play a game of chess?
Yes, that'd be great. Thanks, Johnny.
Alan, KGG4. Over there. That's it. Now face to the right way. And you, Frank. Ashley, bishop to G2. David, king to B2. John, bishop to E5. Sorry, D5.
My name's Johnny Five, I'm still alive.
When a stroke strikes, it spreads like a fire in the brain. The longer it goes undetected, the more damage is done. To spot the signs of a stroke, you have to think and act fast. F. Face. Has their face fallen on one side? Can they smile? A. Arms. Can they raise both arms and keep them there? S. Speech. Is their speech slurred? T. Time. Just like a fire, it's time to call 999 if you see any single one of these signs. The faster you act, the more of the person you save.
Thanks for coming. My name's Steve. I had a series of mini strokes last year. The first stroke I had was just after my tea in the flat at home. I knew straight away there was something wrong. There wasn't no pain, just a feeling of weakness. Ended up on the floor and knew straight I had to phone for an ambulance. So I phoned for an ambulance. They took me to Victoria Hospital. I spent quite a long time there. They did a whole lot of tests, probably tested doing a lot of people, but they didn't detect anything despite me not slurring my speech and not being able to right side and obviously not being able to walk very well. So they let me go. On my way out, I had another stroke and I could hardly walk. I had to cling on to the railing, ask for help. Obviously people at A&E have their own problems, so no one helped me. I went back in and I said something seriously wrong with me. But the staff met, I remember seeing 4 of them standing there, and I don't know why they didn't let me, they didn't think there was something wrong with me. Maybe they just thought I was drunk, because they gave me a sandwich and a cup of tea. And they said, "We can't do anything for you." I thought it was a bit strange. I didn't just think that was a bit strange. I thought, what do I do? So this time I hadn't phoned my parents. I phoned them, and straight away they said, they asked the GP, and he said straight away, go to Sun General. So went to Sun General, got taken to Sun General department. When I was there, I had a stroke 2 days later. It affected me also on the right side, my eyesight, my leg, my arm. Fortunately, through County Menton, through the family and friends, all the nurses there, I'm getting back to normal. Like David, I'm volunteering for Chest Heart Stroke. And the main reason I'm speaking to you today is the fact all these people helped me, and the fact I'm able to live to tell the tale of FAST, which is face, arm, speech, and time. It could happen to any of you. Just remember that. Act as quick as you can, so FAST.
Hello, my name's Alan Brown. I used to be managing director of a facilities and production company. I was in it one morning to go down to London early one morning to buy some equipment, and done my bath, came down the first shuttle early in the morning, run my bath, put my toe in the bath, and I had excruciating pain from year to year. I didn't get into the bath, couldn't go back to my bed, tremendous pain. I asked my wife to call the doctor out, so the doctor came out and issued me with some painkillers. Said take these, you'll be fine. So I took the painkillers. It helped for a little while, but not for long. I stuck it out for the whole day, and then the next morning called the doctor back in. Issued me some bigger painkillers, which helped again, but the pain was still excruciating, and I suffered it another day. I knew myself there was something wrong, I was scared about it, and then the next day we had the doctor back and I said I wanted the hospital now, and he got me into one of the Glasgow hospitals, and they said I need to see a neurologist who would come in and see me late on that night. He was busy. He came in at night and he examined me. And he said to me, nothing we can do for a year. I've got a good idea what's wrong. We'll get you transferred to Southern General Institute of Neuroscience. So at 8 o'clock in the morning, ambulance arrived, took me over to Southern, got some tests, and they found out it was an aneurysm. And I got told by the nurse that two doctors, two surgeons wanted to come in and speak to me about things. So they came in and they told me I had an aneurysm. The good news was that they could get in and they could get access to it and hopefully fix it for me. But they couldn't do anything immediately because my head was, they needed things to settle down. So they sent me home for a week till I settled down. And I was asked if I'd done a will. I said no. I said, you better do a will. You won't need it, but better do it. And spend some time with my daughter who was 5 and my ex-wife. So I went home for a week. It was quite a long week. Came back in the Sunday night. The operation was on Monday. Saw an anaesthetist. That was fine. And then a nurse came in. When they seen the nurse, they said, I'll be looking after you tomorrow after your operation. You were connected to this machine, that machine, and that machine. I lost my bottle. I was scared. And I walked, asked them, I said I want to go home, and eventually signed myself out, got home. I was feeling better by this point, and then on the Monday I decided I better phone and apologise to them that I really need the operation. And I phoned the surgery secretary was told that you're not urgent, you're not an emergency anymore, we'll get you back when we can. And it was my wee daughter's first birthday, so I had to get a present. So I drove into central Paisley, got a present on the way back, and another pain. I had to pull over. Eventually got myself home, and it turned out that I had another bleed. So I didn't know much about it. I wakened up in the Surson REH in Paisley, who then transferred me back to the Southern, and maybe lay in bed for a week in a room alone, just fed me with tablets. And I was quite happy. I think the tablets were giving me to calm me down. I was quite happy, and I was going to get the operation, that's fine. And in the operation, we gave him a pre-med, and I insisted on walking down to the theatre. So I wouldn't maybe do that. I walked down, and they followed me with a wheelchair, and I with a wheelchair just in case. And down, I'd fallen down. I got into the theatre, and all I remember is I had to get into this big sling thing around my body so that they can manoeuvre. And that's the last I remember before my operation. So that's my little story.
Steve, Bishop to C5. Flag, rook to G7. Ashley, pawn to B5. David, king to A2. Folks, my name's Paul MacDonald. I'm 66 years of age. I was a police officer for 15 years from Liverpool. In May 2012, I'd never heard of a stroke. I suffered a massive one. And the story is typical of me. I was playing chess in Troon, in Ayrshire, and we arrived at home in Glasgow at 12:30 one night and went straight to the bed. I woke up the next morning, nothing, no feeling or anything. It was following the day, 2 days after, when I took advice from my friends. They driven down to Prestwick in Ayrshire and met my friends who would advise me strongly to go to hospital. I was taken to Kilmarnock Hospital, which I remember nothing about. I was there for a month. The only thing that I recollect from about Kilmarnock was the view of the Isle from the 5th floor bedroom window. I came to the Southern General in early June. Straight away, I noticed there was some response. I knew at last what it was. It was caused the problem. I had a stroke. I was treated by specialists, and after 3.5 months I was allowed to go loose. 3.5 months I had to find a more suitable flat. My flat of that point has been third floor of Copeland Road in Ibrox. I was moved to the flat in Govan Hill, where I live to this day. It's been a lot to put up with, but I've had support from family and friends. But hey, I'm still in the game.
Still in the game.
What do you call that, guys?
Chess.
That's not the
Guys, like, you know, you're busy.
Okay.
Hi Dad.
Hi.
How are you?
Been better.
How was art?
Absolutely. Brilliant.
Good.
I can draw a square now.
Good. They're in shapes and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
I've actually got some maths for you.
Oh man.
Well, we need to work on counting and numbers and things like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't we try this one?
Here we go.
Right. Okay, it's quite tricky, so take your time, okay? It's about doubling numbers.
Doubles?
So if you have one set of numbers, we're going to double them to give us two sets of numbers.
Doubles?
Okay? You with me so far?
Doubles.
Just take your time, right? So, for example, we've got some ice creams, right? Okay? Concentrate, come on. So we've got 4 ice creams. Okay? Right, why don't you put your just down now? So you can try this with me. So you have 4 ice creams.
4.
Yeah, you have 4. Right? And we're going to double.
Ashley.
That's me. We're going to double the amount of ice creams you have. So I've just doubled them. Because now you have 2 sets of 4. You have 1 set, and I have the second set. Okay?
4? 4 hands.
Now we've got 2 hands. Now we've got 2 sets of 4. Okay?
Okay.
So if we have doubled 4, how many ice creams do we have now? Try and count them.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1.
What's after 4?
5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, well done. So 4 doubled is 8.
4.
It's okay, we'll get a hang of it, okay? The scariest thing was getting the phone call, get to hospital right now. And walking into the hospital room and just seeing my dad lie there on the bed, totally oblivious to what was going on. He just looked at me, he just looked straight through me. He didn't even know who I was, as if he was just spaced out, just totally not there. Just babbling words, nothing made sense. I panicked, didn't know what to do, and I thought, could I have stopped this? What happened? And it was just totally frightening. As I said before, a week after, maybe some words were coming out, starting maybe to make some real words. Sentences were starting to be made, but everything was totally white. You just think, how did that happen? Why him? Of course, I thought. Could I have prevented it? I didn't know what was going on. Totally memory loss, just I didn't know who I was, didn't know me himself even. That is the scariest thing. I wouldn't mind but if it was just me, but he didn't know himself, didn't know my brother, didn't know anyone. You have to learn his name again, my name, like silly things.
Ashley.
Like the roles were reversed. You couldn't count anymore, didn't know how to money, so it was so confusing, like simple things we take for granted every day. So I went home the first day, I got books and pens and like, look at this, it's age 4 to 5 for a 50-year-old guy, do you know what I mean? It's crazy. Sorry.
49 at times.
So it was weird being the teachers. My dad's taught me everything through my life, swimming, cycling, silly things, and now I was helping them spell, write, count, the alphabet. It was scary being the teacher, it's a massive responsibility, but to where he is today, I would never have changed it. He's the most amazing dad, and I wouldn't change it for the world, and I would do anything for you.
Love you.
He had encephalitis in 2011.
He had a brain hemorrhage in 1994.
He had a stroke on the 1st of June 2012.
He had his stroke in August 2013.
He had his stroke in January 2013.
He was a policeman for 15 years.
He was a retail shop assistant.
He owned his own company.
He worked as a support worker in the care sector.
He worked in market research.
He was a senior contract supervisor. He's my dad.
5'11", in Sandy Hills. He is a carer. He was my carer. He is my dad.
Paul McDonald, David Reid, Alan Broom, John Parker, Steve Moody, Frank Beattie.
Things I know, a sensation of drowning came over me, like someone was standing over me, slowly pouring water over my entire body from head to toe. Frozen, unable to move, all the while fully conscious.
John, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm still in the game. Ashley, can we have a chat?
Yeah, no
Can I
bother.
dry off as well?
Here's the towel.
I think we'll take that one today.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming along today, and that was your show.
I thought that was for everybody, but we must get it individually. Not just you, David. We've all got a brain somewhere. Now, I'd just like to thank everyone here to join us today, and everyone will have their own wee speech themselves. But personally, I'd just like to thank all my friends here today, and everyone who actually turned up today. And I turned the sun on gently just for you all.
Thanks, Frank. I've not got a lot to say actually, apart from thanking everyone for coming. I think John's probably got more to say because he's been quite busy on TV and radio. Also, a serious side to this is the fact that mentions closing in June. So I think John may have a few things to say.
Thanks, Steve. Once again, we reiterate what Frank and Steve and David just said. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for turning up today. I'm really pleased that the sun has managed to stay still for a while. We know what Glasgow's like for this weather. I thank the rest of my colleagues, Alan, Paul, Ashley, especially Emma. She was having kittens before the show. She's okay now, you know. And it's the more serious note. Unfortunately, sadly, Moments and Skills is actually closing down at the end of June, which is an absolute disgrace. In their narrow-minded wisdom, Glasgow City Council has made a decision to cut all the funding from at least 2 of the programmes, because in their limited view, they felt there's no outcomes regarding getting people back to employment. But that's not what Momentum's about. Momentum is about a whole lot more than that. It's about giving everyone who's here focus, a place to go, get to know each other, to meet each other, form friendships, relationships, and the staff provided a vital lifeline for each and every one of us. The things that we've been taught by each and every one of the staff team has been invaluable and could never be replaced. You can't put a price on having a brain injury. If you're lucky enough to survive, which each and every one has done, then to have an organisation like Momentum here to support us, it's like an angel being sent from heaven, you know. So again, thank you for taking your time to sit here and enjoy our show. I'll pass it back to Frank now.
I'd also like to add, of course I'm here to support my dad, but every single one of these guys here are truly inspirational. I mean, they're so kind, so funny. It's just been amazing rehearsing with them, and it's honestly a privilege to sit here with you.
Even me?
Yeah. It's honestly a privilege for me to take part and support you all, but it has been tough, as we know, Dad, but we're still in the game, aren't we?
Listen, folks, I think we're just about to end the show here, but what I'd like everyone to let you know, there's actually some oranges. Squash? No. It might be squash, but I call it cosh sometimes. Nobody's getting a cosh, you're alright.
But before we have that, let's hear from Paul and Alan as well.
I just would like to thank everybody from Momentum, particularly John, Veronica, Nicola, and Claire. Hi, Claire, who are all here today. They have been truly inspirational. Thank you.
I can say any more, it's all been said. We're all going to miss Momentum, and we wish them all the best, the staff. Hopefully we'll keep in touch, and just thanks for all the support and all the help over the years. Thanks very much.
About just over a year ago, I met everyone, well, most of the people here. I went over with one of my voice teachers, Hilary from the academy, and we came to do like support sort of sessions that get you back in, give you some confidence, like work confidence sessions, which is what I was really interested in. So we did those once every couple of months, and when they weren't really regular until I started working on this project. However, when we started, I remember my very first session with the guys, and it was the most awkward session. No one really looked us in the eye, no one talked to us, really, unless we directly asked them a question. There was none of this banter that you kind of see now. And all I can say is, if you look at how far these people have come within a year to actually get them to perform a performance like this, I think it's pretty awesome.
Absolutely.
And to see how far they've come, and I think it's a privilege for me to work with them for the past 6 weeks.
Can I just add to that and say a round of applause as the guys will come for Emma Humphries. Just to add to that as well, Frank and I will be doing tours of this lovely garden that Momentum has as part of this allotment. So I believe there's 28 of these.
Oh, wow.
Choose your favourite tourist.
Stop. As long as no Frank.
So, and once again, thank you.
And
Thank you.
If any of you want to stay behind and if you want to go on the tour, go ahead. If you want to stay behind and chat to the rest of us, you're welcome as well.